You ever wonder what makes a crime thriller just unforgettable? It's not always about the murder itself, right? It's about the puzzle, the meticulous way it's all built. So today, we're going to tear down a short script called The After Hour and really see what makes it tick. We're going to find the blueprint for perfect suspense. Let's get into it.
Okay, so every great story starts with a hook. And this logline, it's pretty much perfect. It throws you right into this high-stakes nightmare with one massive, brilliant problem: amnesia. You've got a body, you've got three suspects, but here's the kicker. The suspects are the only witnesses, and they don't remember a thing. It's an absolutely irresistible setup that puts us, the audience, right in the same confusing fog as the characters. And that's really the core question that drives this entire story, isn't it? The writer isn't just asking, who did it? That's too simple. They're asking, how could we possibly figure out who did it? That question fires up our problem-solving brain and just sucks us right into the mystery. So, how do you even begin to answer that? Well, the script kicks things off with a classic but incredibly effective framework, the locked room puzzle. And this is where the writer really starts to tighten the screws. Let's break it down. This is the core problem, the impossible situation they wake up to. You have one body, Kabir, three friends who can't remember a single thing. You've got the murder weapon right there, a crystal ashtray. And this is the crucial part, one room locked from the inside. By setting up these hard and fast rules, the writer basically creates a pressure cooker. The problem feels completely unsolvable, which is exactly what a good thriller needs to get us hooked. Right, but a puzzle is just a box of pieces without the players, you know? A great mystery is built on conflict between its characters, and the After Hour gives us three totally distinct personalities, each one designed to make us suspicious of the other two. So, let's meet them. All right, first up, we've got Arian. He's the one who wakes up first, he's the one who finds the body, he's super nervous, and he's basically our window into this whole nightmare. We feel that initial shock and confusion through his eyes, which makes him relatable, but it also puts him right at the center of the crime scene. Then you have Rhea. Her whole job here is to crank up the chaos. While Arian's trying to think, she's just reacting with pure panic. That emotional instability makes her really unpredictable and just adds this whole other layer of tension to this already claustrophobic apartment. And rounding out our trio is Vikram. This guy is immediately defensive, immediately aggressive. His first instinct isn't to figure things out, it's to point fingers. That kind of behavior instantly makes him our number one suspect and the main source of conflict in the room. Okay, so we've got our puzzle box and our players. Now we get to the really fun part. How the writer deliberately leads us down all the wrong paths. This is the art of misdirection, and it's absolutely essential if you want a twist that really lands. And to really get how this works, we need to talk about the writer's number one tool for messing with us, the red herring. It's basically a false clue, a distraction that's designed to make you suspect the innocent and totally overlook the person who's actually guilty. Let's see how this script pulls it off. This timeline here, it just lays out the trap so perfectly. The script wastes no time planting two very believable motives. First, Arian's got a money issue with the victim. And second, Vikram's got a jealousy thing going on. Both are classic, totally plausible reasons for a murder. Then, that locked door just seals the deal, forcing us to think, okay, it has to be one of them. And bam! Vikram immediately jumps on that. He weaponizes it. With just this one line, he gives Arian a clear motive. And as the audience, we're thinking, oh, okay, maybe it was Arian. The seed of doubt is planted. But Arian doesn't just take it. He fires right back, pointing out an equally strong motive for Vikram, a classic crime of passion. And just like that, we're caught in this web of accusations. The writer has created this perfect triangle of suspicion, making us question literally everyone and trust no one. So at this point, we've been expertly led down the garden path, right? But every great magic trick has a reveal. And in this story, the entire illusion just falls apart with one single, devastating piece of logic. This is how you unmask the killer. And this is the moment. The entire case pivots on this one line from Detective Rao. This isn't a clue about memories or motives, it's about psychology. The writer totally shifts the game from asking who had a reason to asking who was in the right state of mind to pull this off. And that right there changes everything. And this comparison just lays it all out plain and simple. Think about it. A person who's actually drugged and disoriented would probably panic. They wouldn't have the clear-headedness to stop and methodically wipe a weapon clean of prints. That action takes a cold, calculating mind. It means one of them wasn't high at all. One of them was faking it. But a great twist can't just be a theory. It needs that one piece of concrete proof. And here it is. The napkin, found in the trash, is the final nail in the coffin. It's the physical evidence that proves the sober deception was real, and it exposes Vikram as the cold, calculating killer who was just hiding in plain sight the entire time. So what's the big takeaway here? The After Hour isn't just a cool story. It's basically a playbook. It gives us a really clear step-by-step guide on how to build a fantastic thriller with a twist that feels somehow both completely shocking and totally inevitable at the same time. And it really all boils down to this simple 4-step playbook. Step 1, create an impossible problem. Step 2, fill that problem with suspects who all have a good reason to be guilty. Step 3, actively mislead your audience with those false clues, the red herrings. And finally, the most important step of all, build your entire reveal around one simple, undeniable piece of logic that makes us rethink everything we thought we knew. And that kind of leaves us with one last thing to chew on, doesn't it? Vikram's whole deception worked so perfectly because Aryan and Ria's own panic and suspicion did most of the work for him. It really makes you wonder what the true art of the lie is in storytelling. Something to think about.